Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to give you another monthly reading for the elements for the month of December. This is the element reading for air. Anywhere you have air in your chart, you will be affected. It may not be as strong for some, and you may just think about what I've said because it's air. For the month of December, I'm sorry, I feel a little scattered. Air elements. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting, keeping the collective safe, protecting me and keeping me safe. And what's this message you're trying to give me? We have the Five of Wands. So there's inner battling going on, and or battling with others. And we have slow movement, but with determination, with loyalty. There's a lot of loyalty attached here. There's truth that's coming, and then there's an offer that someone wants to make for love. They've been keeping it under wraps, strategizing to get compensation, to have equal give and take, to bring things back into balance. Someone's keeping a secret about a romantic offer. They want to come clean. They want to be honest. Someone's manifesting. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time for the result of it, for the offer to come. It's going to take a while before they actually make the offer. So air elements, look out. You may very well be surprised, or you may be planning on a surprise for a particular partnership. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting me and keeping me safe, for protecting collective, keeping the collective safe. For air element for December 2023. What are the important messages for air element? Thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, your shares. It's been a little while. I haven't done too many readings, and been going through a lot myself. So it's just a question of getting back the momentum, and that's what December is bringing. I've done 2 elements thus far. Today's the 8th that I'm recording this air element reading. I've done the previous 2. They're both related to healing relationship, and again, that's what I've seen here. It's the shuffle. Someone's planning on a surprise. Someone's wanting to come to you, or you wanting to go to someone to either make amends or to begin, if you've cleared the air or you want to clear the air. But there is internal battling going on, and some of us are struggling with what we found out over the past few months gone by about our own relationships, whether it is relating to work or with personal connections. It feels a little odd, this read. I'm not settled yet. I keep shifting from one side to the next, and maybe I feel a little hurried. It is the air, so thoughts move quickly, and you want things to happen fast, but in reality it's going to take time. So we're going with a contradiction happening here. We had the Knight of Pentacles moves really, really slowly, but air elements, you think quickly, especially thought processing. So let's just get into this read. I'm not sure if I cut, and I'm already starting. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna forgive me. I pulled the first card. It was the 7 of Pentacles. Let's see what happens. 7 of Pentacles is that you've either come into fruition or it's gone to stalemate, things that you've worked on. Let's see where that falls, okay? I feel I needed to cut it. Again, we're starting with transformation. So that Seven of Pentacles is work that you've done, and the fruition now is coming in to change. There's a change process, a growth and evolution in your life. At 5, first line, we are looking at, as reading goes, the first line is about the element itself. So it's the person who is the air element. This is you. And if it is that you're cross-watching, well, it is your partner or people that you cross. So, sorry, it's either your partnerships or you, the viewer, connected to an air element. But this is what I like to say is the air element. It's the viewer. This is the viewer, regardless if you're air element or not. Second line, I don't know why I can't seem to get my alignment going here. It's so, every time I do a read, it shifts on me. Second line is about people you cross, people you know, people you don't know, people who come into your life. But I'm so I don't like the cards hanging off the edge of the table, but I can't seem to get it any other way. I'm just gonna shift. I did it for the previous one. I'm so sorry about this. I usually get it right before I start, and somehow I turned, maybe it's the way I turned my chair, I don't know. Okay, third line is the outcome of this read. So I'm so sorry to be breaking it up, and I keep apologizing. Air element, bottom of the deck, we have a reconciliation that wants to happen. We have that sense of celebration. It is the holiday season, so we're looking forward to it. We want that freedom. We feel that freedom, most of us. We want to feel the change. We want to live the change. And here it is, right here. The change is upon us, and we have that bringing in the balance. Oh, 4 third parties. Oh boy. So we have learned the lesson about being in a third party, which is for some. And where we want to take it from here is going to be very educational, because it is, the power is in your hands, air element. What you do with your relationships, how you meet, and how you process what has happened. If you are going through a third party situation where you're digesting it now, you're thinking, well, okay, this is where I am, and how the hell did I get here? Well, that is where the change comes in, because you're battling with that. But we're going to go into that a little further. First line is relating to having a healing conversation, working things out, and getting that stability. There is a fire element that is attached here. We have our King of Wands. He seems to be very present and prominent in the readings, because the previous element I did was earth, and it was about a fire element that came in. It was the King of Wands that came into that reading. So in this read, he's in the outcome. So it is either you become more passionate as a individual, or there really is a fire element that you're dealing with. It could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo that you are having communication with, or wanting to have communication with, or you're fighting with, or you will be fighting with. Either way, there is a very passionate communication and connection with the fire element, and it shows here where for some it is marriage. Here is the counterpart, the King of Wands with the Queen of Wands. So for some, it's a question of celebrating, and for others, it is a question of third party, where you came to each other through a party. You met each other at, or you will meet at a party, or it is that you've had a third party situation, and now you want to bring in the balance. You want to fix that. You want to clear that matter up and be honest about it, because there is a lesson that is learned, and there will be a closure. There will be, either with a third party, you break it off because of the third party. You decide, no, I don't want to be with you. Or the truth comes in with the Tower, because we have that going on here. The truth comes in. There's no other way but out, where you say, well, okay, we've gone through that, we've learned, and now let's get married. But either way, you are making decisions. Air, you're not going to be flighty about it, though we like to say that the air element has that sense of flightiness and not, not being grounded and not thinking things through. But that is not the case here. For December, you've been through quite a bit. So much so that you've been put into a position where you need to sit and think about what has happened. And then the conversation is what will be a result. You will want to speak to the person who is trying to reach you. If there's somebody who wants to reconcile, they want to have a conversation, and in having that conversation, well, things will change again. So let's just get into this read. I see here the change brings in the stability and that sense of healing a relationship. It will come through for some. For others, it is a question of taking that responsibility, and if it is taken and the intuition is followed, now again, it's all possibility here, because we have high arcana sitting in this line 1, 2, and 3. This is very guided. This is where spirit is going to put you on the right path and allow you to see your way clearly. Some of us are not wanting to change. Some of us want to keep a third party going. And that is the argument that some of us will have with our partnership. And it may or may not break the partnership. Again, this is not showing an ending, even though this is the outcome, the third line. It will carry over into January. And we'll take cards to see what comes of this, because it is a question of reconciliation, but will it last? Is it something that will, because you want it, well, not you, someone else wants to either end a relationship or seal the deal of a relationship? Because here we have wanting to secure that stability, wanting to secure certain amount of fluidity, where there's freedom, but then there's work to be done. It's freedom to work on, freedom to build, freedom to have. It's a question of expanding. Whether you're going into business and making money with the person, like the partnership is a business venture, or it is a relationship where you're working together and you love each other, but you're building a company together, or you're building up some. It's a project. It's a work in process. Okay, so you want to make something of it, but there is love. Now it seems to be the ending, changing the ending, not wanting to end something, but then not being able to make the changes that are necessary to keep the relationship. For some, this is where the stalemate comes in, where the relationship in itself is put into stalemate because somebody does not want to change, but then they don't want to end the relationship either. So it seems that it could be a third party circumstance where air element, people who you are connected with, don't want the third party to be dissolved. And this is a choice for some. But it doesn't seem to be, and again, this is where the change comes in, and healing. I guess it's a question of understanding, and because it's earth, you will find that wisdom, that understanding. This is where it will carry over because of that understanding. And this is divinely guided. It is slow. It's a slow working process here to keep a relationship going that will end up in stalemate, that is already in a stalemate, but that stalemate will heal, because the healing card is at the outcome, where the stalemate is at the top, at the beginning. So it's been in stalemate where you're not speaking to each other, but then that in itself will heal, because you have somebody wanting to work on it. But healing now is, we will take cards, because it seems to be stuck. There's a process or a mindset that I want it my way. And if I don't have it my way, I'm going to end. That's what it sounds like here, because I want my freedom. I don't want to be trapped. I don't want to be locked in. I don't want to be told what I want when I should have it. I want to make that choice myself. I want to be responsible. You see, this is where that intuition comes in, and the fight for that. I want to be my own person. I want to be responsible. I want to take my responsibility. That is where change is coming for you, air element. All right, so let's start with the 13. Oh, the 13. What is this representing here for air? Oh, we have another high arcana. So it is a secret. It is secrecy. It is illusion. It is change. To have a relationship be put into a stuckness where they're locked in, where they want to have a secret relationship. That secrecy is divinely guided. Again, it's a surprise. I don't want anybody to know that I'm going to propose, if that is the case, because it's divinely guided. This secrecy is meant to be. I don't see any real indication that there's a negativity involved here. Secret third party, no. That is a choice. Again, you see, we have that free will, though we are guided. But it is a secret to say, I want to surprise this person with a proposal. There it is. For the King of the King of Cups. He has that courage to do it. He wants to make a proposal, but he wants to do it in secrecy. Now, this is neither here nor there. If you are listening to this air element and saying, yes, I'm planning on a proposal to surprise my girl or my guy, that's one thing, because this is a healing conversation. One way or another, whatever you propose, if you are proposing a love or a marriage proposal or a contract for business, you want to make it a surprise, and you want it to be you want to heal whatever it is that took place, because this is change. The change in itself is that you come now with this surprise. But you see, we have a healing. And I don't want, I've had enough, it's boring, I don't want this anymore. I want to change. I want to change the relationship. I want to change that. I want to change the commitment. I don't want it to be the way it was before. Again, it's a healing process. And it is because you have earned, you have done the work. You have made changes in order to come now and bring forth a commitment, because you feel like you have enough saved up. If it's for some, it's for money to pay for the future, in the sense where, okay, we can afford to get married, and I can afford the ring, or the contract in itself. I can afford to put in this amount of money to get the business going, and let's get into business together. That could be, it could be. It is a question of what kind of commitment that you're trying to get into, if it's about business, if it's about love. Not wanting to be alone, not wanting to go alone, but you're focused, you know what you want, you have your mind is set on having this, because you see it as destiny. You see the next person or this venture as you have to do this, is your driving force, and you want to move on. You want to either go, you want to come back, or you want to go into a whole other, I shouldn't say a whole other, it's like a higher level of understanding. It's a higher level of relationship where you're dealing on a different level. So again, it's a question of being, I want to come back to this person because I want them in my life. I want, again, the I want. It's very related to the fire element. Let's take a look here. That fire element reading is so strong with the I want that it's spilling into the other elemental readings. It's funny, but we're all connected. Huh? Don't think, oh, I'm a fire sign, I'm a earth sign, I'm not listening to this one. It is long in some cases, but over the time, I mean, the whole month is where you can listen to one element and then listen to another one. You'll feel some connection somewhere, because people that you are connected to, you may find, oh, this is what's going on with this person, etc. Again, air. You are looking at, first off, we're looking at the moon. Secrecy, for one thing, it's a secret. It's a surprise. You don't want somebody to know that this is what you're doing. It's an element of surprise. Then it is coming in with the new moon we have on the 12th of December. So you may want to, or you're building up to that. I'm not saying it's going to happen on the new moon, but it is to do with the moon coming up. So you may feel that, okay, now I can make the proposal, or we can talk about it, or you're feeling closer to it. Okay, the next moon is on, when I say the next moon, the full moon is it's at the end of the month. So you're looking at, okay, where you are between the new moon and fruition is coming toward the end of the month. But this to me is more of a surprise element. It's before anything else. But see how you feel during the new moon phases going into the full moon. You'll see where that brings you. This is where you'll be guided. This is where you're going to feel that momentum picking up to go forward and make that proposal. Because the King of Cups, he has that courage. So it's a question of building up, wanting to, am I going to do this? Am I going to do this? Can I do this? I don't know if it's going to be the same as it was before for some, but I want to change. I want something different. I don't want that kind of a relationship anymore, is where most of us are going with that feeling. And then with the Nine of Pentacles, it is a question of, you are able to do it. You know you can. You have that confirmation because destiny says so. And destiny is that you are focused. It's not just destiny. This is what you want. You know you want. You're going for it. And this is where you're going to feel that. And it's going to bring you to that exploration, or it's going to bring you back together, because it is an 8. And if it is about making a proposal, it's about coming back with somebody. And if it is that it goes wrong, because of manipulation, because of manifesting, but you want to be married, this is where the proposal comes and says, okay, it will come to an end. It'll come to have everything that you want. But then you're being stuck. Let's see, what is this 10 of Cups? Because the next person, this is outside of you. This is still the first line coming down here. What is this 10 of Cups representing? Oh, so it's a question of a lot of regret. That's it. There was a breakup. Somebody wants to come back because there was a breakup. Something was left unfinished. Something was just left. That love, that sense of love, that individual romance, or individual self-love, or into a romance where you want to be with the person you love. You want to share that. You want to open up. You've been in regret. You've been in sorrow. You've been hurting. Or you hurt someone, or they hurt you, and they don't want to be with you. You want to come back to them. This is the coming back stage, okay? And then, of course, it's the second chance, because opening up for love brings in that second chance. This is probably where that fighting is coming from. Or when I say internal dilemma, is do I want to go back with this person? Do I want to get hurt again? Are they going to hurt me again? Will they take me back because I hurt them? This is the give or take on the first and second line here. You place yourself where you know it fits because of a stalemate. It's a question of, well, we're not talking because I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know if I want, but I know I have to heal. And talking about it is going to bring in that stability. And if it is a third party situation, you must speak about it. If you don't, then you're going to be stuck twice. It's just going to carry on, the stuckness. It's not going to, you're not going to get freedom if you don't speak about the real situation. That truth is painful because it puts you down. It puts you in a position that you weren't expecting to be in. And now you're trying to readdress that by bringing in a surprise or changing the relationship, changing the way the relationship functions so that you could have what you want. And for some, it looks like I want to keep a third party, and for others, it is I don't want to be anywhere near a third party. You know, that struggle here. It's a big struggle, to be stuck and then be stuck again in what you want. That mindset. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. But it's wanting that second chance. This person wants a second chance, but they want to work with you. They want to work on it with you. So it will be a slow process. But the truth will be a victory, and you'll get what you want. You will get what you want. The wish will come. The thing is, it's never going to be easy. This is not easy. We're going through ending of cycles in all kinds of ways. We have 3 endings right here. 1, 2, and 3. But this is an ending in the sense where you know what you want. You're not having this anymore. You're done. For some. For others, this is what we can have together if we work together, if we work through it together. Do you want? I want this with you. For others, okay? And that is a question of making up your mind, because here we have the truth about what took place in the past, and then it's a question of either it's an overindulgence or it's a wish come true, and this feels more like the wish coming true. This is what you really want. Or they really want, because this is the second line. They want reconciliation with you. Let's see what this 8 of Swords is all about. See, having that courage to change your mind and work with the truth, to see what it is that you did and how it was done and why and how and all of that brought you to the situation of wanting to come back. You see? You weren't expecting to be put in a position of wanting to come back. That's what this is telling me here. You're going over what happened. You're going over why what happened in the way it happened. You're really looking into the details. This is air. We're thinking a lot. We're thinking a lot about what took place. We're thinking a lot about why it happened, how it happened, and what it is that I can do to now change that. That's where the courage is coming in, because you're building it up. It's all a question of momentum, and you have the fire element either within you or around you, being that it is the result. There is passion here. There is fairness here. Working out what it is you really want and coming out to the end to say, well, you know what? Everybody's being taken care of. And it's, again, I feel a third party situation looking like it's going to be secured. But in what form? Is it a romantic or is it a business? Because if it's business, then everybody will make money. Everybody involved will be equally cared for or have an equal portion. Now, it's a question of how you view that relationship, because it's business or it's love. And if you are aware, because you are, or the next person will be, about everything that is going on, if everybody is transparent and speaking the truth and having that new beginning, see that betrayal here, that 10 of Swords, is that truth coming out. Everybody involved has to be on the same page. If it doesn't go that way, then it's going to go lopsided. And if it's business, well, the business is going to suffer. But you see, the truth about everything is coming out. The wisdom, that determination to move forward and take action where there was betrayal. Again, the word betrayal just keeps jumping. But it's not just about betrayal. It's about having having everything show itself. This is where the healing comes in. And secrecy, if there is any, is the strategy. It'll bring change. It'll come to equal give and take at the end of the day. Yep. Because the King of Swords says, yeah, another ending here. You see how things, and what ends up is stability. It turns into stability because, again, everybody involved. This is where you, Earth, air element, you're working through. You're really working hard at what it is you want. You want to have something set up in a particular way that it works for everybody involved. I get that. That's what that is the strongest message I have here. You want to set it up so that it works for everybody. Which could work, depending on what the foundation is made of, because it's about business for some, and it is about secrets for another. And it is about holding on to what you call valuable. It's about making plans and strategizing for change to have money come in. So again, it's about business, about getting even as well. Some people want to just get even with others. It's just going to play itself out. But it's a question of, again, that dilemma here, that self-doubt that we put ourselves in and questioning and wondering. We're made to sit and think about it. And then we heal with a conversation. We have no choice. If we want to work with people and be successful, we have to be on the same plane. We have to be working toward the same goal. And if it is about making money, then the change that you will incorporate, because you are going within and looking for that inner wisdom about what you should do next. Earth, sorry, I keep saying earth. You may, well, of course, it's business. You're dealing with an earth element. You may want to listen to that one. But still, it's a question of, I want to fix things in a way that everybody gets to celebrate at the end. Let's see, what is the 12, that hangman? What is that representing? See, it's about love. It is about the honesty in love. It is about that putting down the burden and getting that stability. Being anxious, not knowing what you're worth, and that's justice. Oh boy. Again, third parties coming up. But it is also mixing in with those of us who are looking to make business happen. If it is you can't have a romantic relationship with the person, maybe you're looking forward to working with them on projects so that you can have a different type of relationship. Somebody is really determined to have a relationship with a particular party and they're not giving it up. They want to propose. They want to take their time to come to a marriage offer. That is what is going on here. But it will end up with a healing conversation. It will end up positive. What is this King of the King of Swords? What is this King of Swords representing here? You see, taking that step of leadership, recognizing the ego. We have the Emperor and we have the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, which in itself they are one and the same, because he is probably looking at his ego because of disappointment. His ego brought in that disappointment and his playaways. But destiny turns around and says he wants to get married. Changing his, that sense of change. Again, the 13. There are some of us who are looking to change our wayward ways and make amends, and bring in a reconciliation. They want to be in a relationship. They recognize what they have given up, what they have lost, what was taken from them by shared justice, by universe, just desserts, getting what you deserve. You went playing with a third party, now you're paying for it kind of thing. there's all of that in here. Quite scattered. Again, it's an air sign. It's an air element. Wherever you have air in your chart, it is a question of your thought process, how you think, what you are thinking about right now, in the way that you are processing. This month of December is really working towards reconciling, especially with holiday time coming up. People are feeling that pinch. They want to get past the pain and suffering they've caused or have been put through. So they're working, whether you're working work, like you go to work and get paid, or you're working on what it is that's, from an inner level where you say, what can I change? What can I change about me so that I could have this relationship or have a better relationship? Because I'm getting, the types of relationships I'm getting is really depressing me. I need to heal something in my life. And it is according to conversation. Again, even with this Two of Wands showing up here, making marriage plans, making changes to, making plans for that change, because there was a disappointment, a very big disappointment with the ego here. Somebody had a real big ego trip, thought that they could move the world in the way they wanted, and they got sadly disappointed by it. And then there's the Knight of Swords, wanting to talk, wanting to talk it out and heal, because that's what's going on here. And going off into smooth waters where you have that sense of peace of mind. That's what you want. Again, bringing back the balance. Healing conversation. Where you couldn't speak before, you're speaking more now. You have the courage to do it, air element. And if it is not you that has to do the talking, you are opening up for the next person to come to you and have that conversation. And you want to heal. You want to help them heal, because you know deep down inside that you have a portion of whatever it is took place to make the relationship that you were in come to where it has reached. And for somebody wanting to come back, it is because they see that there is value in having a connection with you. The question is, what is the value? What is it worth to have that relationship? Is it going to be productive? Is it going to bring more of the same that you don't want? Or is it going to be a change for the better, where you can build and have a relationship? What is the oracle message that could help the air element with this very thoughtful, because it's a deep thinking process. There's a lot of thinking going on here. Air element, that's what I feel for the month of December. For the air element, you are working it out, whether you're working it out by working or you're working it out in your head. What is the oracle message? Oh, not for you, and it is in the reverse. So this is definitely somebody trying to change. Okay, let's look at that real quick. It's the 6 in reverse. Oh boy, so it is protection. Not for you. Number 6. If we're now at the 6, we were at the 5. Again, the 5 we know as the orphan. That was actually the, oh boy, I don't want to say because now I can't remember. One of the elements got that one. I'm sorry, you'll have to go and look, and you should listen to them. I mean, you'll find a little bit of everything that may or may not connect, but it may connect with people you are connected to. So we are at the 6 now. Let's see, we were at the 5, and let's just get a quick drift on what is the 5. The orphan, a sense of loss, a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. So you were out of place, or you were put out of place, you felt out of place, or you made someone feel that they were not worthy of being around. That seemed to be the theme for November. And now you're finding out, or you're recognizing that it's not what you want. I want to, I'm dealing with it. I'm paying for it. We're paying for that here. It is not you, it is someone else who put you into that position. But then there's a leg up. So let's see what not for you would be where we're at now. And it says a clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. So if it is that you're trying to come back with someone and they say, no, I don't want, because you want to come back and you want to make amends, and they flatly say, no, I don't want. Well, it's because you're not meant to. And that rejection or having been rejected in the first place is where you're seeing that this isn't for you. Right? This is not for you. This is protection from the universe saying, if you go into this, you will get hurt even more. But see, it is in the reverse, and the not for you. So let's look at the protection. Don't chase after don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There is nothing romantic about what is unavailable. No prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. So you may have been interested or involved in someone who is just playing the fool. They're just playing around. They're playing with you. They're not serious. But you are trying to make a serious relationship with someone who's not serious. It's just going to get you more hurt. It's not going to make you feel like you did something. It's just running your energy, just running your time and using you and laughing at you and playing with you. That's not a real relationship. And that's what you're being protected from. If it is that there's a certain particular that you're interested in and they're not giving you time of day, why are you chasing them? Why are you trying to get attention from somebody who's not interested? You're just hurting yourself, because they're going to hurt you. They'll hurt you even more because you're stepping into their space. So now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. Let it go. If it is that you're trying really hard to get the attention of someone and they're not looking in your direction, take that as a blessing. Take it as a blessing. It's a difficult truth to take. I know it's not what you want to hear, because you really feel that you want to be with this person. But take a step back and say, why? Why is it that you're trying so hard and they are not giving you the time of day? That's where you need to take that confirmation and say, well, I need to work on something. And that's when you figure out what it is that's attracting you to this person. Start with that, because if it is that they are not paying attention to you and that is what is attracting to you, then you really need to pay attention to yourself. See what is out there for you. But I don't want to dwell on that too much, because there is a sense of reconciliation that needs to happen. The not for you is in the reverse. So it could be that it is with the change, things will turn. But I don't want to give wishy-washy kind of readings. Not for you is showing. Look for the red flags in the relationships that you've had. Look for the red flags that are showing up now in the relationship that you may be in or trying to get into. Okay? That is all I'm going to say. You decide. You change your destiny in the end of the day. You are going to change. Spirit is making sure of that. Look at the higher arcana levels. The higher arcana cards here. Spirit put you in a stalemate. Spirit has opened your eyes to see that there is wisdom and knowledge that will heal you. Understanding. You're going to get that spiritual level of understanding. You're going to get it. That is the leg up. Spirit is giving us that because you were placed in a situation where you're going to get hurt if you continue along the lines of that relationship. So you were put into stalemate so that you could come out and take responsibility and have the bliss, get to the bliss eventually. But it is coming toward the end of the month. It is coming toward the end of the month. And that surprise that you may be planning and you don't get the yes, don't beat yourself up about it. Think of it in the positive. Well, it wasn't meant to be. And somebody else will be surprised to have you if you work on yourself. Let's see what this 34 is, the leg up. Because that's the saving grace here. The 34. Some of us will get that reconciliation and some of us will have to walk away. Just know that Spirit has got your back. The leg up, receiving help, delegating authority, independence. Again, this could relate to that business relationship that will work for some, may not work for others. But it is a question of having that interdependence where you work with each other and delegate. That Emperor here, coming out twice. The Emperor with the King of Swords. So I keep saying the King of Swords. It's because of his sword. It's the King of Pentacles. That is an ending. This is how the cards come to the end here, where you do go off into a relationship, whether it is business, but there is a lot of passion involved. It's what you want, but it is concerning disappointments. It is concerning hurts from the past. It's concerning how the ego, your ego, someone else's ego, has been affected or has caused suffering, hurt, not feeling like you wanted, refused to do business with you because whatever reason, refused to get into the relationship or refused something of the relationship. But things are changing because destiny is coming into play. Okay, and then there's a commitment. There is that higher understanding. It's taking the next step. For some, it is to get married. For others, it is to get into business. But more so, more truth is coming and plans are being changed and made because of the change that is taking place. So that leg up, we're going to look at the oracle message on that one. You've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all the areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid, so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and independence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. So you may want to look into how your behavior with a partner or potential partner for business, again, it's the ego, You want to look into that. If it's you or if it's the other person, you want to look into that. You want to see where plans that possible, what you were planning, what were they planning, and why did it go awry if it did? Because it had to if you're trying to come back and make a reconciliation with someone. And then it's the way you speak to them, it's the way you speak to each other. But you're going to have it out. You have to. It is air element. You talk. I have been talking, I don't know how long, but it just seems to want to continue, and I have to cut it off here. I'll say look forward to the individual air sign readings, and it'll probably give a little more, it'll spread out a little more and give a little more detail, because this is really overall for the month of December. Reconciliation is on the table if you want it. I thank you for showing up, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and I thank you again. Love and light.